What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Ben Thomas Show. Thanks for coming back. Guys, the Kenobi Vader has been released by Hot Toys, and I'm really excited, but I feel like I need a little bit of help here, because at this point, how many Vaders do I even need in my collection? The Empire Strikes Back version, staring at me in the face right now. I've got the Return of the Jedi version on order, and I've got this Kenobi Vader on the way. How many Vaders is too many Vaders? Stick around, let's talk about it. If you guys like the video, hit the like button, smash the subscribe if you're new to the Ben Thomas Show, and let's get into it.
Oh, pardon me, but it's, Ben
Thomas.
Showtime. Here we go.
I am not your failure.
Obi-Wan.
Didn't kill Anakin Skywalker. I did.
Okay guys, so welcome back. So again, Kenobi Vader is finally here. Now, this has been one I feel like a lot of people have been waiting for, to be honest, even me, but this has been on the coming soon for a little while. In fact, not too long ago, Hot Toys showed kind of their image of all of their lineup for the next kind of expected releases, and that was going into their Chinese New Year, and so we kind of knew that there'd be a little bit of a delay. And I'm okay with delays as long as what comes out at the end, what gets baked in the oven, ends up being as good as we hope for it to be. And this one doesn't disappoint. I was expecting a little bit of a downgrade with the prototype to the final, not gonna lie. Just because that prototype was so beautiful, I was a little bit worried, especially with regards to battle damage. Sometimes battle damage with Hot Toys does soften a little bit. We've seen that with some of the Iron Man suits in the past, and this is really the first truly battle damaged Vader we're getting. And look at the charred nature of the plastic there. It looks really, really good. I love the coloration. I love how pale his skin looks under. Now, the photography here is on point as well. These bloggers have done a great job with this. My criticism of the figure itself still kind of lies on the material choices. I feel like this would have been a really great opportunity for Hot Toys to upgrade that material to the leather instead of the pleather, because notoriously collectors have had issues with flaking on those bits. This also does have the really large cod piece. Now, Anakin's a younger man. I can see why he'd want to keep his bits protected, let's be honest. So at this point, not that big of a criticism in terms of the figure design from Hot Toys, because it's really taking away from the design from the show itself. And I think that this is closest to the Rogue One design from my recollection of kind of all of the Darth Vader suits that we've seen. I think this is going to be one of those figures that if you're a huge Star Wars fan, if you love the evolution of the character of Anakin, kind of where he comes from as that little kid, hopeful about the Force, really, I want to say seduced by both Kenobi as well as Qui-Gon Jinn, about kind of the mystical power of the Force, and then how he slowly, through age and really unfortunate events with his mother, slips to the dark side. And when we see Vader here in the Kenobi scene that I showed at the beginning of the video, where he says, you know,
Didn't kill Anakin Skywalker. I did.
I know that for some folks that was a bit of a cringy line. I kind of liked it, to be honest, because this is this weight that Kenobi's been carrying with him for so far his whole life, since the kind of the end results of that third film. I want to say, even as kind of the Alec Guinness character that we see in A New Hope, he is still carrying the weight and the guilt of what happened with his friend. Right? He was a brother to Kenobi, really, truly. And while Darth Vader kind of takes responsibility for the death of Anakin Skywalker, Kenobi knows that's not 100%. This, look at the ominous look through the mask. Again, the blogger photos have done a great job lighting this guy up. I love seeing it. Now, the clean version is also stellar, let's be honest, but many of us have a clean version, and this is where I need your help, guys. Because, again, I've got the Empire Strikes Back version looking at me right now, and it's an awesome figure, don't get me wrong. The helmet does pop up a little bit because of the ability to take it off and see kind of the back of the head, but I stuck it down with some stick tack, and it does actually look really good. I also have the Return of the Jedi version on order because I really want to be able to see that full head sculpt. But this is that younger man version. This is where he's really first truly been shown to be that super powerful Vader, similar to what we saw in that Rogue One scene, right? Where he's walking down the hallway, messing dudes up, and it's really cool. This is kind of that next level of badassery, in my opinion, from Darth Vader. He's a little quicker moving. Now, I mean, he's a little bit afraid of fire, which I do think is kind of hilarious. I mean, he could have literally, in that scene from Kenobi, taken any piece of anything and just thrown it over the fire and walked through. But you know what? If you've been burned alive, you'd probably be a little afraid of fire too, so I'll give it a pass. Look how much space is in the helmet. It's interesting to see how much height Vader gets just because of his outfit, not even because of the character underneath necessarily. Now, I like the clean version. I like the battle damage version. For me, when this gets to the collection, I really do think I'll display it with the battle damage version first. I keep peeking up because I'm looking at how the head sculpt or the mask version of my Empire Strikes Back really compares to this. And the Empire Strikes Back one is quite a bit more elongated. Again, for that ability to take that helmet piece off. But I really like this look, and oh, man, this looks really cool. My FOMO meter's off the chart, but do I need 3 Vaders in the collection? If I was going to sell one, right, maybe I scale it back to 2. What do you guys think? Do I take the Empire Strikes Back one out? Do I take the Return of the Jedi version off the table? Do I take this one off the table? This one, again, recency bias, it's being released today, so everybody's going to be talking about it. It looks so friggin' good. But really, when he's got especially the mask on, they're very similar. I think the expert Vader fans would obviously know the difference, but I think the average person coming into my collection won't necessarily, so I can totally see the question of, why do you got 3 Vaders? I can see that happening with friends and family. Now, I don't collect for friends and family, I collect for me. So, you know what? If I think it's cool, I'm going to display it either way. I think I want basically a clean version in the collection. So whether I keep the Empire Strikes Back or keep that Return of the Jedi version, so I can have him kind of fully suited up, clean look, and then have the battle damaged in beside. I think that could be really cool. I really do think those CCFL lights that people get could be really critical for this figure. Being able to light up that lightsaber permanently, I think it is almost necessary for Star Wars fans nowadays. I've got Luke Skywalker and Vader in the collection right now, but they're powered off. And their lightsabers, while they look cool, they don't have the effect of a glowing lightsaber, let's be honest. And I've seen some of those collectors out there that have those CCFLs installed and have their lightsabers lit up. Man, does that look cool. I love the dual wield that he can do here. All of the iconic hands look like they've come with this figure. Even the battle damage chest plate is pretty cool. I like that there's more damage on it than just the sculpt itself. And I gotta say, I'm really impressed by this. Now, I did get the deluxe version that comes with the little hologram. Those pieces stay in the box for me. I really don't care about those pieces at all. For me, this figure won me over with the sculpt itself. So guys, I want to hear from you in the comments below. Are you picking this figure up? Is it on the way? Now that it's being released, has this maybe changed your mind? Has this forced you into that buy or don't buy decision? How many Vaders do you guys have in your collections as well? How do you display them? Do you show the evolution of Anakin Skywalker from that young man through the dark side into the form of Vader? Could this be kind of that middle piece of that Vader display for you with your Anakins? All of these photos are crispy as hell. I've seen some people say that they think the cape material is different. I don't see it necessarily, at least not that big of a difference from my Empire Strikes Back version. That helmet really does look quite a bit more squashed than my Empire Strikes. I'm surprised by it, but I think for those hardcore Darth Vader fans, this is going to look so good. So guys, let me know what your thoughts are. Are you picking it up? Yes, no? What Vader should I keep for a clean version to pair up next to this battle damage version? I'm still kind of on the fence. I love the Empire Strikes Back version, but I also really like the ability to take the helmet off of that Return of the Jedi version. And like I've talked about before, that final scene with Return of the Jedi, finally get a chance to see how frail of a person he is under the mask. Up to that point, Vader had been so ominous and scary, and you see that he's a man who's lost his hope. But the hope of the galaxy is in Luke Skywalker, and he's willing to kill himself. He's willing to kill the Emperor for that hope. And I love that scene, but I also love the "I am your father" line in Empire and that whole scene with Luke as well. So I'm so conflicted, guys. So I need your help. What do you think I should choose? And how excited are you guys for this release of Vader? I'm stoked to hear from you guys in the comments below. But if you like the video, hit the like button, smash the subscribe if you're new to the Ben Thomas Show. And guys, I'll catch you on the next one.